came into this court and you weren't sure of yourself, you were lost as far as I could tell. Yeah, you were. And through this last year, you put your life together. You built your life, and the best reflection of it is, for a person who came in and didn't smile for about the first 3 or 4 months, you have such a pretty smile, and we see it all the time. And it's a sign of how happy you are in yourself and how happy you are with what's happened in your life. And so I'm just really proud of you. So congratulations. Yeah. Dependency Drug Court is an intensive effort by the juvenile court and all of its participants in the context of child welfare proceedings to provide intensive services for substance abusing parents so that they can get their rehabilitation fixed early and get their children back sooner.
I got pulled over, and my little girl was with me, and I had drugs on me. And they took her. I don't think they realized, actually the policeman told me that I would be able to see her, go get her out of the shelter. That's not the way it works.
When clients first come to dependency, they are often distraught and angry and vulnerable and very upset at the system and probably at themselves and are at rock bottom.
Do you realize that that if you join this, become a member of the drug treatment court, that doesn't guarantee anything? It just means that you are going to be working harder with this team on your recovery. Okay, it doesn't mean that you're necessarily going to have the children returned to you, although it, in my opinion, maximizes your chances. It also means that terrible things might happen. I mean, you could, if you don't follow the plan, you could get thrown out of the program. We actually had somebody go to jail once. So having all those things in mind, you'd still like to join this court?
Yes, sir.
You know what the ground rules are? Let me tell you what they are. We will expect you to accept and participate in the treatment plan that we have determined for you. And so we didn't know when we started that we would have to have somebody in the domestic violence community sitting in our court. We didn't know we would have to have a mental health person in our court. We didn't know that we would have to have a housing expert on our team or a public health nurse on our team. We learned all these and more because the client would come in and say, you know, I'm clean and sober, but I don't have a place to live. Or, you know, I'm clean and sober, but my boyfriend keeps beating me up. And we learned from this that we have to take a holistic approach to the recovery for our clients. And the big difference is that we'll be seeing you regularly to monitor how you're doing.
Okay.
Secondly, we expect you to go to AANA meetings. What is your current pattern for going to those meetings?
I go just about every day.
Just about every day. Well, we'll set the bar at 4 a week. Okay? But if you want to go more, it'll make Miss Cushion so happy. She'll brag about you.
I think the drug court works mainly because each individual client has an individual treatment plan. And that treatment plan is pretty comprehensive in that it takes into account what services are going to meet the requirements for their dependency case, as well as what services are going to be required for them to actually rehabilitate themselves.
Who's speaking on behalf of Christine?
I am.
All right.
Okay. This is, let's see, this is a 36-year-old woman who's got a 14-year-old, a 10-year-old, and a 7-year-old, and jurisdiction was just on the 5th of this month.
The building blocks for this court are a dedicated judge, a judge who wants to do something better for the clients who are in his or her court, who will organize and convene the court system and bring on board the substance abuse treatment community, which is the necessary first step for an effective dependency treatment court.
And what I think we've been finding in Santa Clara County with the drug court demonstration in Len Edwards Court, is that where the participation is within the same setting as the larger process of family reunification, that the incentives to participate and the stick-with-itness on the part of participants really increases.
I think it's very clear that having a drug court creates the atmosphere where people work together, and people working together around helping a mom, and people working together with more services, I think definitely helps the kids.
What's very clear is children who are removed from their homes really don't do very well. We don't have a lot of good answers. We have group homes and foster care and things like that. They are not very adequate alternatives to a family. So to the extent you can help strengthen the family unit, that's always the better alternative. And I think that's the main outcome.
Hi, Marissa. She's teething. She's got 4 teeth. She doesn't feel good today.
Here at House on the Hill, we offer our clients parenting classes. We have life skills classes. We have relapse prevention. There's a class where they just learn about alcohol and drugs and the effects it has on them and the family. We also have a family group and an aftercare group. And of course, we also do testing, which UA testing, which is required by CPS and the judge. And also, while they're living here, they learn just everyday things: how to cook, how to clean, just be moms.
For me as a social worker, it validates what I do. It's not just a case manager. That it's more than just opening the case and going through the case plan and walking through the case plan. You are rebuilding and helping to rebuild families. And I don't think as a social worker you could get any better than that, especially a social worker in child welfare, because we have the reputation of removing children. That's what we do. We have the reputation of removing children, putting them in foster care, or splitting up families. And here we are in drug court, helping to reunite and rebuild families.
And when I started testing 5 days a week, I really began to get serious about my recovery. And Judge Edwards, like I said, he gave me so many chances because my tests kept coming up dirty, and he just kept giving me chances. And when I found that he had my back, and my lawyer had my back too. I mean, everybody seen something in me that I just never thought that I could stay clean and sober. And that led me to start going to my meetings, getting a sponsor, doing the right thing. And here's my son. I got my son.
Well, I have just signed the papers. You are officially in the drug court. Congratulations.
Thank you.
We have a lot of success around here. We expect you to be one of those people who is successful in her recovery and in all aspects of this.
They're held accountable. They're told they have to be responsible. But rather than pointing out their failures or what they have to do, every little step they take, every little movement they make, they get full credit for the work that they've done, and it's reinforced. That's really the key to change. Whatever the issue is, that's the key to change. It's not doing more of the same, which is the power and control. It's coming from a place that gives them the power, gives them the sense of accomplishment, and reinforces their movement forward.
Linda, ever since I met you, I thought you were a bright spot and was always excited to see your name on the calendar. And I think you've been an inspiration to the other drug court participants, and certainly have been an inspiration to your family. And I'm very happy for you.
Thank you.
Anyone else like to say anything?
I just want to thank everyone for all your support, and I'm really grateful for that. And I'm just going to stay clean and sober from now on.
That's wonderful.
I have no question that we have reunified children with mothers that would not have been able to get their children back because of drug treatment court. Absolutely.
So then it forces you to go out and get the services that not only benefit the 100 or so women or men that are in your dependency drug court, but then all the other hundreds of women and men that aren't, because you now have services for them all.
Kids don't need to wait. Kids need to get to their home, their permanent home, as soon as possible. This kind of a program, this drug court, gets that decision made sooner than anything else we've done.
Never ceases to amaze me what my clients have overcome and the histories they've had, and where they are by the time they've really engaged in the process and graduated, and it's really an amazing thing.
And it took me 15 months, and I got my little girl back. And I got both of them back. And my older daughter told me, you know, Mom, I don't think that program's about the moms getting their kids back. It's about the kids getting their moms back.
I was really happy to actually see her go through the program, and because it improved her a lot. Because sometimes, like, she wouldn't go through programs, and this program, she actually went through it, and she graduated from it. And it was a really happy day for me and, like, the rest of our family, because my mom's clean now, and this program did stop her, and it gave me a chance to get to know my mom a lot better. Ever since I was little, since, like, my mom has been like this, I don't know, I just kind of always wanted to be a lawyer. Now I kind of want to be a judge, work up to being a judge. I think it'd be cool.